The college basketball experience, Southland College Basketball Conference Preview and Picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Prize Pick. Go to prizepicks.com/SGPN and use that code for a first deposit bonus match up to $100. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, a sports betting research platform for parlays, props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets. Or go to hofbets.com. Use that code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today. Plus, we're brought to you by the MMA Gambling Podcast, which just launched their YouTube channel. Celebrate. We're giving away MMA Gambling Podcast hoodie. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/MMA hoodie for all details today. Yes. Woo-wee. Welcome to the college basketball experience, Southland style. Welcome to November, first of all. We're previewing the Southland here, late night, midnight madness here on a Wednesday night, 5 nights away from the season. Can't fucking wait. Love this league. Love the Southland. Old school rivalries in the deep South. We got Will Wade at McNeese State. Here we go, Southeast Louisiana. If you're wondering who you're listening to, you probably are. If you're new to this show, I am Moneyline Mac, aka the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. And joining me, he's the guy behind the scenes on the college basketball experience, college football experience, and the host of the college baseball experience. And he drives a Stormin' LeBaron. Always, maybe you can dig that LeBaron down from Michigan all the way down to Texas, maybe even to Louisiana. He is Noah Beanick, a.k.a. 77. Congrats on your Rangers, man.
Hey, thanks, Mac. What's going on? Yeah, Southland, a big centralized location for the Southland is Texas. That was a nice little crowbar into there, Mac. Yeah. About this time last year, a little bit into November-ish, gave out the Rangers to win the World Series. Now, I wasn't like a whack job that bet it at 75-1 before they had made any like these preseason moves. That I had called that before like half these kids even joined the Rangers team. I bet it in August, so still got plenty of college basketball money to throw around here for the first week. Just a bankroll builder, a pretty good feeling. Haven't had that big of a hit since Maine last year. College basketball feast week area. Yes. Felt really good. So how about yourself? How's your day been going?
I've been knocking out shows left and right. Did a little college football, did some NFL. Now here we go. Previewing some West Virginia, got the opener there in 5 days, but hey, man, gotta get these done. We got 5 previews left. So
shout out the Ryan and Rush show. You had Jordan McCabe on. I saw that. That's a great guest.
We had Jordan McCabe on. We had Alex Ruoff. We got Deshaun Butler coming out tomorrow morning. So maybe arguably, other than Jerry West, the greatest player in West Virginia history. And sneak peek, there might be somebody with a high importance on Friday. So you go get over there and subscribe to the Ryan and Rush show. So yeah, we got the coaching staff coming on this week with the opener coming on Monday. Can't wait. So, well, Noah, let's get into the Southland though, because people are coming over here to talk about the Southland, not the Mountaineers. Although you can always talk about the Mountaineers, greatest institution out there in the country. But this was a fun league. Corpus Christi won it last year at 14-4. Northwestern State was good. Southeast Louisiana was good. Nichols was been good. What was your takeaway from this league last year? Corpus Christi ended up winning it, with Steve Lutz, and then he went over to Western Kentucky. So new man here, but yeah, a lot of different different storylines headed into this season in the Southland League with coaching changes.
Yeah, I would say my storyline or like learning lesson that I took from last year's Southland is that it's just a roller coaster. You look at they're one of these conferences that do like a mid-season or a preseason tournament for the conference, and I believe the winner of that was Nichols, and Nichols like fell flat on their face come like actual
Yes,
turn
yes.
up like put up or shut up time. So it's anybody can beat anybody. It's another one of those leagues, but truly like what happens in January is not what should be expected to happen come March.
Couldn't have said it better myself. No, yeah, this league is wide open, and we'll get into all these teams. I mean, McNeese State. We'll talk about them in depth. I mean, they're as
It'll
big a
be
wild
fun.
card as anybody in this team, or in this league.
I'll
But
I'll say
let's.
this before we jump in. So 5 teams have first year head coaches. Handicapping the coaches is not my specialty, but
Mm-hmm.
it just happens to be yours. So
Yes.
I think a couple of these takes might be coming off of your opinion on the coach.
All good. I'll always hear. And let's lead it off with Ron Cottrell in his 16th season at the Southland. Not the Southland, at Houston Christian Via in the Southland. At Sharp Gym, Sharp Gymnasium. Key departures here, they lose a bunch. Max Klanjek, 15 points a game. Bryson Long, 15 points a game. Andrew King, 9 points a game. Sam Hoffman, 7 points a game. Getting in the portal here, mainly went the junior college route. A lot of JUCOs in this league because they're down there in Texas where they got all those talented JUCOs. Jay Alvarez, Bruce Carpenter, Marcus Green, Nathan Self, and Michael Emerga. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, but it's not the easiest name in the world. They do not have a lot coming back. They weren't very good last year either. But I mean, maybe losing their team is kind of addition by subtraction. I don't know. This has got to be a bottom half of the league team. I mean, how about Ron Cottrell in his 16th season? I mean, you're talking about coaching in this league. We're talking about all the coaching turnover. Definitely no coaching turnover with Ron Cottrell in his 16th season at Houston Baptist. He's 518 and 489. Although in the Southland, the last time he finished above fifth place, which is top half of the league now, was 2017. So I kind of expect him to be in the bottom half once again. Noah, you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch my words early on in the show because I mean we're talking about first team up. Yes, it's not a new coach, but they're one of the 5 teams that either return only 1 or 0 starters from a season ago. It's not a winning formula, definitely in early in the season. And you mentioned it with Cottrell. I mean, he is not. Some of these conferences, it's tough to put up winning seasons when they're constantly on the road and non-con playing high majors, making money for the school. But I mean, they haven't had a winning season since that 2017 season that you mentioned, Mac. This is a team in the basement for me, and I gotta watch myself this show. I keep notes on all of the things that I say from these teams, but there could be like 4 teams in the basement of a 10-team conference here.
Oh yeah.
TVDBJ is also saying there's a new floor and court design here.
Oh,
For
there
Houston
is. Oh
Christian.
yeah. No, that's worth 1 win. So we got to take him on the money line at one of these November
One
games.
win against a non-D1. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. All right, let's go over to another team in this league, and that's the incarnate word Cardinals in Shane Hireman in his first season at the helm. They another team that loses a bunch. Jonathan Cisse out 17 points a game. Charlie Yoder 11 points a game. Trey Miller 10 points a game. Brandon Swaby 7 points a game. Nikki Kraus 7 points a game. Juking it up, just like the last program. Here we go. Skyhawks from State College of Florida. They do have a couple transfers coming in from Division I programs. led by Layman Sabali from UTSA, Amani Drummond from Central Michigan, Josiah Hammond from Truman, Sean Robinson from Austin P. The Governors, Alex Anderson from Alabama State. A lot of turnover. Hireman coming over from Central Michigan, where he was associate head coach. Incarnate Word has struggled as a program, to say the least, and that's why Hireman is there to fix this thing. They haven't finished in the top half of the league since 2016, kind of like Houston Baptist. So I will have them in the basement, probably with Houston Baptist. How about you?
My question here is, what did Hireman do at Central Michigan to earn a head coaching job?
Somebody knew somebody.
The Chips have been in the bottom of the MAC for as long as I've been handicapping college basketball.
Yeah.
And that's number one, not very good. Two, only one starter returns from this team. Three, they are the least experienced team entering the 2024 season, according to Torvik, in the Southland. This is a basement team. Incarnate Word has a couple of guys that, I mean, so Drummond from Central Michigan is like an eyebrow raiser for me because I remember that name there. He didn't do much for the Chips. The front court should be the strength of this team, but again, there's a lot of new pieces. I don't really know what to expect from a first-time head coach who wasn't really great at the previous position that he was at. I don't know. They're in the basement for me.
Yeah, they're in the basement for me. All right, let's talk about another team that could be in the basement, and that's the Cardinals of Lamar University. I remember when Pat Knight was at Lamar. Did they not finish the year last year? Oh, no, they finished 9-22. My thing was saying 9-2. I was like, that is not true. 5-13 in the Southland. Alvin Brooks from Baylor over there in his third season. They actually. So this is actually an easy team to kind of handicap, to be honest, Noah, because they bring back a lot. They only lose. They do lose Nate Kamasi, 18 points a game, so that is a big loss.
They return three starters. They bring back a lot. That's tied for the second most in this conference.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to think that there's going to be a little bit of a bump here for Alvin Brooks in year number 3. Alvin Brooks, looking at his track record. Is this Alvin Brooks that was with you? No, so the Brookses are this is the father. The two sons, one's at Houston, one's at Baylor, or maybe he's at K-State now. Anyway, the father's the head coach there. He played at Lamar, and I mean he's in his third year, 2-27 the first year in the WAC, got it to 9-22. So getting a little bit better. The Southland is a lot weaker than the WAC. That's for damn sure. And you guys just dove into the WAC, which is a beautiful league with Pick Dundee. So I don't know. I mean, I think they're better than these other two teams. I'll take Lamar over Incarnate Word and Houston Christian, despite being 50-1 versus the other two that are 22-1 and 15-1. How about you?
I think it's a better situation. And they return their point guard. They return their center. Those are two nice pieces that you bring back. TVDBJ in the chat goes, Brooks is 11-49 at Lamar in his first two seasons here.
I will say he took over a complete dumpster. So, like, the first year, like, he had limited scholarship players. So he went from 2 to 9 wins. So I do give him a little bit credit there.
This team lacked a little bit of an identity last year. They sucked on offense and on defense. They were 9th and they were 10th on offensive efficiency in KenPom, 9th in defensive efficiency. Really nothing really to like across the board. This is another team that I'm going to be low on. I'm going to watch what I say, though, because I do like them better than Houston Christian and Incarnate Word. So I can't say they're going to be in the basement, especially knowing that there's a couple others coming up that might have worse situations on paper than here in Lamar. So I'm going to just stop talking.
There you go. All right. Well, let's dive into, actually, first let's get paid. I want to talk about Prize Picks, because Prize Picks, yeah, I mean, I love Prize Picks. It's the most fun I've ever had betting where you can win 25 times the money with football season and basketball season. You can parlay both of them with projected sets and place your entry. I mean, how about that? With college basketball going on, you can parlay college basketball picks with college football. What is better than that? Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, an enormous selection of players with stats that make Price Picks the number one daily fantasy sports app out there. And it has new offers with Apple Pay for quicker and easier deposits. So easy to play with Prize Picks. Love it over there. And like I said, man, I've been using Prize Picks for a long time, and I love the option where you can play multiple sports. Noah has also played it. He gave out a couple last year that hit big, so make sure you follow him for the first week before it's banned in the state of Michigan. So
it's not even the first week. We get 2 days and then it's gone.
Yeah, there you go. So
I guess maybe 3. I don't know if it's legal in Illinois when I go to the Barstool Invitational. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, you're going to get your Prize Picks in for the next month. So go to prizepicks.com/SGPN and use the code SGPN for a first deposit match up to $100. prizepicks.com/SGPN, code SGPN. Prize Picks Daily Fantasy Sports Made Easy. Also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets because you can win. Oh, no, wait, that's the next one. I jumped the gun. We're brought to you by the MMA Gambling Podcast. They just launched their YouTube channel in honor. They're giving away a hoodie over there to one lucky winner. So get over there, make sure you're subscribed at the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/MMA hoodie to submit your entry. And don't forget to subscribe to the MMA Gambling Podcast. All righty, we're back on the college basketball experience. Next up, here's a team. Here's a team where, I mean, I guess they're the favorite now. How do we handicap this team? Will Wade coming over from LSU. Hello, Will Wade. You're in the building. Zach Scott out 12 points a game. Jonathan Massey out 11 points a game. Harwin Francis 6 points a game. Malachi Rhodes 6 points a game, but he didn't think he was just not going to drop the bag once again at McNeese State. Because he's got high major transfers coming in left and right. Shashada Wells from TCU,
you know?
Mike Saunders from Utah, CJ Felder from Florida. Oh, all of a sudden, I mean, these high major transfers want to go to Lake Charles and freaking have a nice cup of tea, nice cup of coffee over there with Coach Wade. I mean, he also has got DJ Richards coming over from UTSA, Antavian Cullum from CJ Bakersfield, Nazir Mann from Santa Fe Community College, Johan Garcia as well, junior college guy.
Do you want a bold prediction here?
That he's gonna make a good ass offer? Is that the exact quote?
How long does it take until LSU picks Will Wade back up? Because I mean, what he was doing at LSU, it's not out of the realm of possibility of what's going on nowadays.
Yeah, and it is noted Will Wade does have a 10-game suspension?
Yes, first 10 games he's suspended as coach.
Him and Kirk Risa. It makes sense. Yeah.
Kirk Risa's only 9. He's only 9.
Yeah. This guy's on tape saying, I made a goddamn good offer, and he only gets 10 games. How about that? Bill self-imposed, 2.5 games against Lamar and Incarnate Word, and so that's that. NCAA, baby, for you. What a fucking bunch of fucking jackass clowns. All right, let's get back
how you really feel, Mac.
Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking jabronis that need to fucking get knocked out is what they need.
So your 10 games that they're missing, they play against VCU game 1. Yeah, they're gonna miss him there.
Oh, I should go. If Will Wade was there, I would go to that game.
Biblical Study, that's game 2. Champion Christian, they're back for game 3 against McNeese State. Letorno, game 4. Western Carolina, game 5. Texas State, game 6. Louisiana Tech, game 7. UAB, game 8. Tennessee Martin, game 9. And to finish it all off, MUW, and I have no idea what that stands for.
Do they play Bible study?
It's
Game number 2?
biblical study, Texas.
Who the hell is that? They're live. Champion Christian
They're
and
live.
yeah, they did a good job with this schedule, kind of padding it up a little bit. So they get him back from Michigan.
Oh, you're fucking kidding. I didn't read far enough. God damn
7,
it.
8, 9, 10. Yeah, get him back for Southern Miss, Louisiana, Michigan. They're gonna beat Michigan.
Yeah, all 3 of those games are like legit games, and he's back. That's perfect. I mean, seriously, like they lose them for VCU, Louisiana Tech's supposed to be good this year, and then UAB. 3 games.
What a joke! What a joke this NCAA is.
The TVDBJ in the chat goes, they're playing the local church youth.
Yeah, they're playing the local CYO. I mean, this is probably the front runner to win the league based off of roster.
Kind of has to be, just on the talent that he brings in alone.
He ain't gonna be there long, so
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
in a year, LSU could come calling back and just say, keep doing what you were doing originally before.
Yeah. He ain't going to be there long. So, yeah, I might be on McNeese to win the league. Stay tuned for the end of the show. They're going to be good, especially come league play.
Yeah, man, they are going to be good. I mean, they've got 3 juniors and 2 seniors in the projected starting 5. I mean, there's three high majors in this starting 5. The Southland, do I have to say it? That's incredible for a Southland roster.
Yeah.
And the returners that they bring back are Trey English, who played 30 minutes a game, averaged 11 points a game last year, and Christian Shoemate, who I think is related to JT Shoemate, who was at Toledo. I couldn't really find anything on that. Of course, this is the Southland. 33 minutes a game, 15 points per game, almost 10 rebounds a game, and he's a hell of a shooter. That matches everything that JT was at Toledo, and they're the same height. So that's my assumption on that. This is going to be a damn good team.
Yeah, they're going to be good. All right, let's go over to the next team. The New Orleans Privateers. What kind of fucking name is that? By the way, is it Houston Christian or Houston Baptist?
Houston Christian. They changed the name.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Anyway, it happened for last year too.
Did it? I kept calling them Houston Baptist.
Definitely not the first year that they're Houston Christian.
I kept calling him Houston Baptist, I think. But anyway, let's go to the
baseball team's got Lance Berkman as the head coach, so he doesn't mind the name change.
I like me some Lance Berkman. Let's go over to the Privateers though. Mark Schlesinger in his 12th season at the helm. He does a pretty good job there, in my opinion. Limited, he doesn't have the best resources, but seems to always get the best out of his guys. Kamani Dowdy, 7 points a game. Simeon Kirkland, 7 points a game. Marquise Cooper, 5 points a game. Daniel Secchi, 3 points a game. Bringing in some transfers from Rice and Mason Jones, Caleb Jenkins, junior college, Carlos Hart, another juke, and James Glisson from Mercer. I mean, so this is year 12 of the Schlesinger era. Looking at Schlesinger's tenure there, like I said, I feel like they usually overachieve. As I can't bring up his first 12 years. What's your take? What's your take on them, Noah?
So they returned the second most minutes from last year, 72%. And their backcourt's really good. I mean, if it wasn't for, an unknown on how good McNeese State's backcourt's going to be with the high majors coming in, I mean, this is the best backcourt in the Southland this year. Jordan Johnson is going to have his name in the Player of the Year conversation. He played 34 minutes a game last year, 18 points per game, and he was able to dish the ball around too, almost 4 assists a game. Offensively, they were the number 1 shooting team last season. They weren't very good elsewhere. They were bottom half offensive and defensive efficiency on KenPom, but they were feisty defensively, grabbing turnovers and whatnot, but offensively, they were the number 1 shooting team. They bring back some sharpshooters from last year, and Johnson, who had the bulk of the opportunities on the offensive end of the floor, he shot 48% from 3 last year. Caleb Wilson-Roos averaged almost 10 points a game last year, 38% from the floor. And Tyson Jackson, the big man, he was very efficient, 62% from the floor, 11 and a half points a game and 27 minutes a game. They return quality minutes from last season. The entire starting five returns from last year, or I should say the entire projected starting five, 3 returning starters from last season. But Jamon Vincent and Omarion Henry are the only 2 that didn't play or start last season, but they played meaningful minutes, averaged 7 points a game, both of them. This team's going to be better. They're going to be much better than last season.
Yeah, I mean, they were down last year for their expectations, 6. I mean, you look at the other previous years, so you got a second, a third, a fourth. He won the league in 2017 as when they got to the NCAA tournament. I definitely think middle of the pack, maybe they could creep into that top 4.
I think for sure they're in the top 4. Just saying that right now.
Yeah. All right. Let's go over to the Nichols Colonials. Colonels. Tevin Sadler in his first season at the helm. So new coaching change. The guy there before did a good job. Kalen Hoffman, 17 points a game. Latrell Jones, 15 points. Marique Nelson, 8 points. Pierce, Spencer, they're all out. Coming in via the portal or junior college portal, Deontay Smith from South Alabama, Dr. Bradley from New Mexico State. Yeah, he was part of the dust up. Byron Ireland from Maine, Taj Anderson from UT Arlington, also Jamal West from Clarendon, Robert Brown from Butler Community College. This is kind of an interesting team here because Sadler coming over.
So
there's
Austin
5
Clutch,
new coaches. There's 5 new coaches in this league. Yeah, Alex Clutch.
Austin, he was the coach last year. He's now the assistant with Alabama.
Yes.
So this is another team that is pretty new, a lot of turnover, only 1 returning starter from a year ago, only bringing back 19.5% of their minutes from a season ago. They, however, are the most experienced team in the Southland entering the season. So
yeah,
there are some how do I word it? There is a little bit of continuity here. 2 new pieces that are going to play a little bit of a role. Jamal West Jr. coming in from Clarendon, and Deontay Smith from South Alabama. Played quite a bit at South Alabama. Actually, is the leader in returning or leader in minutes last season. He's not returning. He's new. He played 27 minutes a season ago, 7 points. He was a good shooter, and he plays in the front court. This team's also going to be a little bit of a project. Do you know much about Sadler? Where is he coming from?
I'm getting ready to tell you I'm going to fade them. Sadler is 28 years old. Sadler was director of player development at Maryland last year. He played at Nicholls State. There's going to be some lumps here. Young coach, under 30. I'm going to fade them. It's hard. It's hard, man. When you're under 30, man. I mean, that it usually takes a couple years to get going. I mean,
so he
experience
got
is a bit. Yeah.
From a player development coach at Maryland to head coach at Nicholls.
He was director of operations the year before at Nicholls. So he comes back to Nicholls. He played at Nicholls, but in my opinion, not 1 year as an assistant coach. That's a hard sell, you know.
There's going to be a learning curve here for sure.
Yeah.
Might be one of those teams where it's like the players kind of run it. With the returning experience. So
something to note. Yep. Something to note. So
so you're saying total fade, or are you saying like maybe check them out middle of the year?
Wait and see. Fade him early. Fade him early while he's trying to learn on the job.
I like the 15.5 against Ron Hunter and the Green Wave.
Yeah,
Tulane.
I kind of like Tulane there too. So
That
get out on it.
Thank you, TVDBJ, in the chat for bringing that up.
Yeah, let's fade the under 30 coaches in their first game. So
There's not many of them.
yeah, we're brought to you here by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame Bets, a sports betting analytics platform for parlays, props, and game lines. Research every NFL, NBA, and MLB soccer bets with historical data. Enter any parlay into the Hall of Fame Bets revolutionary parlay optimizer tool to get each rate broken down. So you know which one you have the best value on. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching Hall of Fame Bets to craft a more intelligent, data-driven parlay. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com and use that code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. All righty, let's get over to the second half of this great Southland. Next up, we got, the Demons of Northwestern State, baby. Love this team. Love this coach because in coming to the Northwestern State Demons is my guy, Ricky Cabrera. Me and Ricky work together at Austin Peay. He is a well-traveled coach, well-deserving of this opportunity. He paid his dues. He was junior college ranks, multiple stops. Played at Tennessee Tech. He loses DeMarcus Sharp. He loses Jamonte Black, Isaac Haney, and Jalen Hampton. They all follow over to the Governors of Austin Peay. So following their coach over to Clarksville, Tennessee. Coming in.
For what it's worth, I really like that team this year, Austin Peay.
Yeah, the continuity. That's
on
what
the
I said.
A-Sun, I had them, I think, top 5. So
yes, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how the Governors look. They opened up a new building today, and I did see, Corey Gibson. So I think Gibson, he played there, so we'll see how it goes. But Ricky's good. Ricky, like I said, multiple stops at the junior college level over the years. Jameson Epps from Casper College, JT Warren from Chipola, Dwayne Posey from Alabama State, Jamel Lane from Lynn University, Braylon Bush from Navarro, Chase Forte from Gulf Coast State. On the outside looking in, I know everybody's going to say this is an unknown team because they lost everybody, but I kind of like backing, and I like backing coaches that juked it up, that they were at the junior college level. They're used to rebuilding a whole roster. That's what he's doing here. He was great down there in Florida the last couple of years at Tallahassee. Made the postseason tournament, Elite Eight. I think they're going to be a lot better than what people think on the outside looking in.
Yeah, you obviously know more about Cabrera than I do. And plus you're closer to that situation. He's a buddy of yours. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to take what you're saying and form my own opinion that might be a little bit more rational. What I'll say is, I mean, that's a brand new team to D1. There's going to be some some bumps and bruises early on in the year. However, Northwestern State's kind of been around the block with the coaching hire. Last year, they hired a first-year head coach in Corey Gibson. He knocked it out of the park. You have to trust that this group has been there, done that, and they're bringing in another winner. But as for the roster, I've got nothing on what could possibly make this team a middling team that can knock off New Orleans and McNeese State. I think they're kind of in the mix of. I gotta watch what I say because there's a few basement and bottom half teams. So I'll say middle. I'll just classify them. They'll be in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I'll probably have them a little bit higher just because I think Rick's going to do a good job with those guys like he did at Tallahassee. So, all right, let's go from one guy that I'm good buddies with to another one. David Kiefer, Southeast Louisiana. Kiefer's doing a hell of a job with the Lions here. Kiefer, what year is Kiefer in now? I think Kiefer's in his 5th year. Yeah, David Kiefer in his 5th year, 18-14 last year, 12-6. Overall, David Kiefer at Southeast Louisiana is, I know they've had back-to-back years where they've won this league or been right there to win it. Yeah, 19 and 15 2 years ago, finished second. Yeah, couple tough years to start. He was with Jay Ladner, who's now at Southern Miss. He was a video coordinator for Frank Martin, so you guys could connect the dots. How I know Kiefer. They lose a little bit. Boogie Anderson, 15 points a game. Sammy Pissis, 7 points a game. Medi Pissis, so the Pissis brothers are out, 11 points a game. Christian Agnew, 6 points a game. Matthew Strange, 6 points a game. Chino Carlos Paez, who I coached at Austin P, coming over to the Lions. He's a nice little under the radar point guard.
I was wondering if there was going to be some kind of connection there because, I mean, you being obviously at Austin P, but this kid's a grad senior, so he's in his 5th year of college ball. So you obviously at least had a hand in recruiting him. I was putting together the pieces. But before you go further, is there any chance that Cabrera and Kiefer know each other? Just you and the coaching tree?
Yeah, they
know each other.
Yeah,
so that's going to be fun during the year.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to Northwestern State, Southeast Louisiana. I'm going to root for them, obviously, every game. And a couple other darlings for everybody listening that are wondering why I'm so high on these coaches. Radford with Darius Nichols would be another one.
Yeah. We got to put out like an all MAC coaching team where it's like the outsiders are like, what the fuck? Like this is like a joke, but it's the TCE all coaching team. You know, it's
no doubt.
Those guys we're riding dying with.
Those are all my guys. Who else do I got? Jared Calhoun. Jared Calhoun at Young. I mean, Jared Calhoun's an easy sell. He won the league last year. Darius Nichols did a good job, or Kiefer's doing a good job in Southeast Louisiana. Trying to think who else I got in.
Well, you obviously have Frank Martin.
Yeah, I mean, other than the big names, everybody. I mean, that's in the intro. Former Matt Figger at UT Rio Grande. I know you guys just did them.
We just did them. I was not high on that team.
Yeah, he was a lot better at the P. So we had it rolling at the P. That was my former boss, and I'm trying to think who else I got, and so it'll come. Oh, Ray Harper at Jack State, baby, my Jacksonville State game. Let's go. So
I was low on the Vaqueros. Like I like the Vaqueros, but I didn't even realize that was your former boss.
Yeah,
that one could be a hot take at the end of the year.
Well, the problem with the Vaqueros, I know we're going off the cuff here. that league is so hard.
Oh, it's a great league. The WAC is awesome. I have them 10th out of 11.
Yeah.
So my apologies.
I mean, none taken, man. I mean, I'll probably fade them. I mean, they're not very good. So. But I got a couple buddies on that staff. I hope that they can get it figured out. Obviously, West Virginia, the situation will always be very close. So, yeah, I got about 10. I got about 10 of my guys still out there as head coaches. Hopefully, get a couple more in the assistant ranks that get some jobs. So, like Rick over at Northwestern State and Kiefer now at Southeast Louisiana these last 5 years. But let's get back to Kiefer's roster because he's got Chino coming in from Austin P. He was a governor while I was there. He was a freshman. He was getting onto campus, and I was out of there going to West Virginia. I said, "Get the hell out of here! I'm out. See ya."
So Chino is Carlos Paez for those that actually don't know.
Yeah, Chino. That's his nickname. Anthony Bitar from Florida College, Joe Mapoyo from Dawson College, Dylan Cannonville from Lincoln Community College, and Cam Burden. Another guy in his backcourt is Alec Woodard, who was also at Austin P in the same class as Carlos Paez. So this is going to be my team, baby. They're actually damn good, though. I know they got a couple of my guys that I quote unquote coach at Austin P.
This team's legit.
They're good, and Kiefer's been through the ringer a couple times.
Yeah.
Coaching in this league is 4th year. They're going to be right there to win the league, no doubt. I think Kiefer's going to get another job here soon, and I'm going to be there pumping it every step of the way because he's earned it. I mean, it's one thing to pump your guys; it's another thing when you've almost won the league back-to-back years. And if you win it the 3rd year after being competitive, I mean, that's a job well done because Southeast Louisiana is not an easy job.
Yeah, they're a really
what's your
good
take
rebound.
on these guys?
they're a really good rebounding team, especially on the defensive end, and they take care of the basketball. They're a really good offensive team last year. They had the third best offensive efficiency in KenPom last year, and a lot of these guys return. The one hole, if you're poking into the roster here, is that they're a little bit small, especially in the backcourt. But 4 seniors and a junior, what's not to love here, especially with a damn good coach in the conference? This team's going to be a contender this year.
Yeah. Let's go Lions, baby. Lion it up, baby. Let's go, Kiefer. Let's win this damn league. Or Northwestern State. Either or. Yeah, I'm good.
You've got 2 dogs in the race going up against the man, Will Wade.
Yeah, fuck Will Wade. Let's go. Let's kick his ass. Let's go over Texas A&M, Corpus Christi. 8-1. This is a hard team because Lutz is out. Jim Shaw taking over the program. Trey Tennyson out. Isaiah, they lost everybody. They lost everybody off back-to-back NCAA tournament teams. Ross Williams, Jalen Jackson, Taryn Merdix. I mean, they're going to bring in some transfers. Shiloh Jackson from Vincennes, Lance Amir Paul from Nichols, Xavier Glenn from Connors, Tedrick Washington from Moberly, Cam Parker from Independence, Dion Wright Forday from Odessa. That's a good junior college. I mean, this is going to be a hard team. I'm going to think middle of the pack. I know it's Jim Shaw's first year. There's no way that you can expect them to be what they were under Steve Lutz. When Steve Lutz was there, they won back-to-back league titles, back-to-back NCAA appearances. In his 2 years there, they were 47-23. That's not going to happen again, and that's why he's at Western Kentucky. I'll say middle of the pack for the Islanders.
Yeah, 100%. And I think this is the time, a good time in the show where I kind of get on the lecture about KenPom horse again, because they're third in KenPom in the preseason here with the Southland. KenPom bakes in data from years past. I believe it goes 4, maybe even 5 years from the past, and it carries it over into the preseason just on program success alone. And then the kids that are on the roster, it doesn't take into account coaching changes. It doesn't take into account what the roster turnover was like. This is one of the ones that are going to be one of your auto fades here early on in November, December, just on they bring back nobody alone, not a single starter. The backcourt, a couple of grad seniors, but I mean, it's a brand new roster, brand new head coach, a lot of new chemistry and gelling needs to happen. You can get an extra couple of free points on the market just based off of the books listing the numbers based off of KenPom's numbers that are just a little off. So I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. This is a bottom half team for me too in the Southland. There's just a lot of new on this roster. They've got some positional length. I think that's the good thing about this team, and the backcourt's experienced. So they're not going to be all the way down in the basement, but they're still going to be in the bottom half for me.
Yeah, and no, I think you make a good point about KenPom. I think fading KenPom early is the way to go for sure, because there's a bias from last year, like you said. They don't know these teams yet. So I think the longer the year goes, the sharper KenPom gets, the sharper the books get. So I think if you see a number that's a couple points off of KenPom, dive more into that matchup.
Because I'm telling you, even the plus 800 that's on this team here in the preseason to win the conference, it should be longer.
Yeah. I agree. All right, let's go over to the final team in the Great Southland. We got the Texas A&M Commerce Lions. You got a bunch of Lions in this league. Lions and Tigers and Bears, oh my. Commerce 13-20, 9-9. They were year one in Division I. Correct me if I'm wrong. Jarrett Vaughn Rosenberg, 7th season. Loses a good amount. DeMarcus Damania, 15 points a game. CJ Roberts, 12 points a game. JJ Romer Rosario, 8 points a game. Luka Vasic, 4 points a game. Let's talk about who they brought in with Zondrick Garrett from Pensacola, Kowo Agua from Howard College. What a name that is. James Pop Weathers from Bradley. There you go. VJ Reeves from Central Arkansas. this is kind of an unknown team, in my opinion. I think they're going to be a little bit better just because it's year 2 of transitioning from Division 2 into Division 1. They didn't have the same jump that a Queens had, the Tommies had. I'll say that they're somewhere in the middle. I think this is a decent roster for this league. How about you?
Yeah, I think they take a step up. They're young, but they returned the third most minutes from a season ago. So they were a young team last year. They have some miles on the dashboard now, but the backcourt's quite good actually. You had all three guys played. All three projected starters played at least 20 minutes a season ago. Reeves comes in from Central Arkansas D1 program, and he shot the ball well when he had the opportunities to. They're a really good backcourt. I'll say that. I'm starting to lose my voice here after the Rangers game, but
Don't go dying on me.
we're almost done here. But this team's going to take a step up. I really do think so. I think they'll finish in the top half of the league. And last year they were coached well too, like both offensively and defensively. Von Rosenberg had this team in the top half of offensive and defensive efficiency on Ken Palm. It was what I didn't remember the numbers. It was 4th offensively and 5th defensively last year, and they rebounded well. So that's one thing that if they carry that over this year, they have some new pieces again, but it's mainly in the front court where those new pieces are. So if he can coach them up to be active on the glass, this is going to be a good team with the backcourt.
I like it. All right, let's get into it, Noah. 1 through 10, Southland League. At number 10.
Okay. Hold on. I was going to ask for a fun question. You were mentioning it before we did the Commerce Lions. We've got 2 Lions and 2 Cardinals teams.
Yes.
We might figure out this answer if we do the rankings and then come back to the question. Would you take Team Cardinals or Team Lions? Cardinals, you got Incarnate Word and Lamar, and the Lions, you got Southeast Louisiana and Texas A&M Commerce.
Definitely Lions.
Yeah, the Lions probably win in a landslide.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was fun.
I'll transition right into it. I got a Cardinal in the basement. I got Incarnate Word.
Oh, I think I should go Houston Christian there.
All right, I got Houston Baptist, Houston Christian, whatever the hell they are, whatever religion they're studying this year, 9th.
Yeah, and I got Incarnate Word 9th.
All right, I told you I was going to fade them. I got Nichols at 8.
You talked me into it. I put bottom half for them. And I think I got to go with Nichols State there. Yeah, Nichols.
There you go. At number 7.
I think the selling point for me is, holy shit, this guy came in from Central Michigan.
Yeah. Yes. Well, no, that's Incarnate Word.
No, I thought that was Nichols.
Nichols is the Maryland guy.
Oh, Nichols is the Maryland. Okay.
He's 28 years old.
Incarnate Word 10. I got those confused. I thought Nichols was. I'm putting Incarnate Word 10th. I thought that was the. I mean, we're betting on coaches with the teams that completely turned over.
Yeah.
All right, Incarnate Word 10th, Houston Christian 9th for me.
At number 7, I'm gonna go with Corpus Christi.
I have Corpus Christi there too.
Okay. Number 6, I got Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar for 6th for me as well. I had them put at middle. There's one other middle team that I like better than them.
And I'm going to assume that's a Lion, and that's the Texas A&M Commerce Lions.
No, I got the Demons there. Northwestern State 5th.
There you go. Oh, I got them higher. Demons are rising this year, baby. At number 4.
They were already there last year. They rose last year. They're already up there.
They're rising again. Number 4, I got the Privateers of New Orleans.
I have Commerce, A&M Commerce there.
Commerce. Number 3, I got my guy Ricky Cabrera, Northwestern State Demons. Let's go.
I got New Orleans third.
New Orleans third. And number 2, so do you have McNeese in Southeast Louisiana in the basement? In the top?
Yeah. You wish Will Wade was in the basement.
I wish. Will Wade's going to be in the basement of 1-2. Give me David Kiefer to get it done. He's been there, done that in the Southland. Get this freaking high major prima donna roster out of here. Give me the blue collar Southeastern Louisiana Lions to win the league. Let's go.
Southland hasn't seen that much talent. Will Wade's one. I have to go McNeese State number 1.
He's
DBJ is drinking the MAC coaching tree Kool-Aid.
Let's go, baby.
Northwestern State 1, McNeese 2, New Orleans 3.
Yeah, you know what? Give me Northwestern State 2. Get Will Wade back to 3. Fuck Will Wade. I'm fading Will Wade. He's just a big name. He don't have all those LSU boosters down there with him.
So you can only pick one for the conference tournament winner to go dancing. Of your 2 guys, who is it?
This is a double bye, if I'm correct. I think they reward their.
They changed it. I know they did last year.
Yeah.
Because from what I remember, they were just a normal 8-team tournament. Southland Conference tournament. Because this actually is important with the whole bracket style. Because if they do a WCC tournament format, which I highly encourage all conferences to start emulating it and introduce it to your own conferences. This is no, I was right. This is just a standard. Wait, no, they mixed men's and women's. Sorry. It's confusing. Just give me the men's bracket. Like they did a list.
I think it's a double bye. Bye, which it usually goes pretty chalk, which means
it is. They changed it to the WCC style. So the first and the second seeds have the double bye, and then the 4th and the 5th seeds or the 3rd and the 4th seed have a bye, and then the 5 plays 8, 6 plays 7. The last 2 teams don't qualify.
Give me the Lions, baby. Lions are going to get it done. Kiefer's due. 5th year, he's going to get it done at Southeast Louisiana. Northwestern State's going to win it next year. Let's go.
Give me the chalk. I got to go McNeese State.
Boo.
Was there a surprise? So does this conference have any sleepers and busts? The sleeper, I guess, could be Northwestern State for both of us. We both have them higher than I'd say the most. And I think the bust could be Corpus Christi based off of where Ken Palm's got him.
Yeah, I also think watch out for maybe Lamar with Alvin
Lamar
Brooks.
jumping up.
Yeah.
There's continuity there.
Yeah.
We'll see how they do. Nichols could be another candidate for a bust.
Yeah.
Just on their program success recently.
Yeah.
So,
well, that does it, man. What do we got? 3 left?
Yeah, we've got SEC and SoCon Thursday night, and then the SWAC. We're finishing off best of last. SWAC Friday. Mac conveniently missing the SWAC, the best conference in the land.
Everybody's gonna call me racist for missing that one. Just kidding. Yeah, I got a wedding to go to. I can't. I love the SWAC. I love Monday night SWAC, baby. But yeah. Oh, Emart, Eric Martin at South Carolina State. That's another one.
He's the picture of the thumbnail.
Yes. Let's go, baby. Yeah, we got to make a graphic of my all coaches.
They almost beat South Carolina for you last year. Almost.
Dude, they should have.
They should have.
Job by the officials.
They almost did.
Yeah, we got to put a graphic with like all the coaches on the graphic. Yeah,
all coaching team like entering 2024.
Good luck to our all coaching team. Moneyline Max, all coaches team.
I wouldn't even put your name on it. Just say all coaching team. It'll get so many fan bases pissed off.
It'd be great. Moneyline Max all coaching team.
Yeah, they'll have no idea where it's coming from.
That's
gonna be what's hilarious about it.
Yeah, we'll do something. Brown up these fucking fairies out there.
You got to make your Commonwealth tour too.
I got it. I'm going to. I told you, Radford, VCU, November 15th. Radford, JMU, November 17th, and I'm looking at some other ones right now. So we'll get that out there. We'll get that out there next week.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
So yeah, we'll get over to Cam Kerr, graphics guy. He's the GOAT. So everybody. Like I said, man, we're 4 nights away from November 5th, the first college basketball show.
Trevor's been counting it down. He's 5 sleeps. I like that because it's technically 4 nights, but you gotta go to sleep tonight. So,
but only 4 sleeps from the show.
True.
The show is part of the show.
So then 3 days.
Yeah,
3 days away.
The show is part of the college basketball slate. Like you gotta watch the show to get you excited for the day the next day. And that's what's so great about it is we go live right after the action every night, previewing the next slate. So that's what's so great about this show. Yeah. That's why the show is the best, and there's no other show like it in the country. So guys, like I said, subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. We got 3 more previews to get out there. And yeah, go check out the College Football Experience. They just got done. Dundee, Patty C, NC
Sports
Nick.
Gambling Podcast doing their NFL picks for this week.
They're picking the Redskins and Patriots right now. Take the Patriots. Skins are selling off, so playing for the draft pick, baby.
Thankfully, the Lions are on bye after the letdown spot from Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
Season's lining up. The stars are aligning.
I also gave out Patriots 25-1 today to sink into the 7th seed. So come on, let's go Patriots. Really? Yeah, in Belichick I trust. But yeah, go subscribe to the Sports Gambling Podcast. They're diving in. They're midway through the 1:00 games. I got it on the TV in the background. Make sure you check out VSiN. Speaking of the guys, every Friday night at midnight Eastern, 9:00 Pacific. I can't wait. I feel like I keep saying that this is really, last year was such a fun year, and this year's going to be even funner. And it's only because of you guys. I mean, we have fun all we want, picking all these games, drinking beers, talking shit, yelling "eat shit pit," even when they're not even on the slate. But you guys in the chat really make this thing go, and we can't wait to have you guys back for another year and bring in some newcomers, man. So, no, you got something to add?
And it should be even better product this year. I mean, last year, you guys previewed all the major conference teams. Yeah. This year, we did a 364 short team previews. So
much more efficient. Much more efficient.
100%.
So everybody get over there, subscribe. We will see you.
Right as the show's ending, an OG from last year, Cloud Brain in the chat.
Cloud Brain's back. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. It's so close.
It is. People can feel it in the air. November 5th is coming, or November 6th is coming, but November 5th evening is coming as well. And we are out of here.